Hi everyone. Today I have summer holiday and I was very happy because I don't need the stress from the school anymore. And anyways, I'm finished with my test and tomorrow is the day that I start my summer trip with my friends at school. I think we'll have a great trip and do you too? Do you think you have a trip? Now, I've I've told you one thing that I've just eaten some chips. Do you think chip is some kind of junk food? The adults say that munch up your brains and stuff. I do, but it's do not do as seriously like that if we just eat a little bit. So, what do you think if we eat junk food at school? Should school ban junk food? So let's talk about today's book. Should junk food be banned in schools? In points of view, I've told you this already before, that if you want to buy it, you will just find on the internet. Because we don't have anyone or anything like this book at the bookstore. We'll go to the main thing and let's go. So now, do you think a school should have a cafeteria which contains junk food? I know that you are thinking that, most schools don't have cafeteria because we are just in elementary school and secondary school. I know it, and even Vin School don't have a cafeteria, I think. I think Vin School don't have a cafeteria because I have a friend who studies in Vin School and she said that they serve the lunch for the students in there and they just eat it like normal and they cannot choose whatever they want to eat. I know that when you go to college or university, you will have a cafeteria too. Do you think that a cafeteria contains junk food is good or bad? So let's discuss it today. Personal choice or public health. You see this boy? He is just eating lunch, but his lunch was donut. Donut is junk food. Pizza is junk food. Bread, not really. Vegetables, not. And this something like sauce or something. I just draw it out of my mind. I don't know what is happening. Let's read the first chapter, personal health or public health. Let's read. Junk food, such as candy and like something like pizza or hamburgers, contains a lot of fat, sometimes sugar, sometimes they fried it in a lot of oil. That disgusting oil that they left from day to day and they kept it for years. And that oil makes you sick. And can you think of more junk food? You can tell me in the comments below and I will check that if you're correct. Oh, and there's soda, french fries, and fried chicken. Now, that is some kind of junk food and you can name more. It tastes good, but it is not good for the human body. That I talked to you before. This is why some people have made an effort to ban it from schools. Do you know what ban means? That do not allow to have junk food in schools. We can have a few examples that the government ban people to do this, ban people to do that. Now you understand? Let's continue. They believe that taking out junk food out of schools will make students feel better. The teachers at Greg Heffley's school in Diary of a Wimpy Kid thought that too, but Greg don't like it. Most people agree that it's important for kids to be healthy. However, some don't agree with the idea of banning junk food from schools. And they think this choice must be made from the students, parents, or guardians. So what do you think? Read on to learn more about this issue before you make up your mind. Okay, let's go to chapter 2. Oh, presidential point of view. I like this the most. Do you know who this is? I would be surprised if you don't know who this guy is. This is Barack Obama. He is the president of the United States, and this is Donald Trump. I'll just tell it for someone who don't know. The debate over junk food school has gone over for many years, and people on both sides are really strongly. In fact, even presidents have disagreed about banning junk food in schools. When Barack Obama was president of the United States, he banned junk food from all the schools, and he announced a plan to take junk food out of U.S. schools. However, when Donald Trump became president in 2017, the new head of the USDA announced a plan to give schools more freedom over what they serve students for lunch. Okay, so who do you agree with? Let's tell me just answer me in the speaking. Too much control. Do you know what is too much control? Here, I will take it for you. You'll see. This is called too much control. This is a child who is a grown-up, and a grown-up means like 15 or more, and want to decide what he or she wanted to eat. But the parents, guardians, and presidents and teachers just told him to, hey, you cannot eat this, you cannot eat that. It is too expensive. It is bad for human body. So he became mad, and that is called too much control. Should the government get to decide what you eat at lunchtime? Well, I think it is just a small thing, because what student eats at lunchtime, the government will not care about, because they will care about the much bigger problems, like how to make freedom, or how to take a war, or something like that. That's a question asked by many people who oppose banning junk food in schools, and the answer is no. These people still want children to be healthy and want to fight the childless obesity. You don't need to eat this. I don't like it. However, they feel it's not the government's place to tell schools or parents and children how to do that. Many people worry that government take too much power over everybody to people's everyday lives. They think people should decide what they want to and make their own choice, including the choice to eat healthy or junk food. Okay, let's go to the public health problem. You know what this means? Okay, I'll tell you. When health problems affect many people in the country, it's like not one people, but a billion people. Sometimes the government steps in to help. That means that the government will not help just a single person, because if they help a single person, what do you think? The other people will think that the government will love this one, but not love the other ones. So the government have not in charge anymore, and they'll make a vote, and they'll vote new president. This is what happened in the fight against childhood obesity. Junk food has been banned in schools because people believe they will help kids healthier, which makes the countries healthier. Now, do you understand? The World Health Organization has called childhood obesity a public health problem. This means it affects the health of the whole population, not just in the United States, but also around the world, including Vietnam. Banning junk food in schools has been seen as one way to improve public health. Banning junk food in schools is one way to get students to be healthier. That is, told students, oh, you need to eat broccoli. I will make a special delicious yummy broccoli today for you, and I'll make some funny shapes, and I will bet my life that you will like it. At lunch, when the children see the broccoli, they'll say, ew, I don't like it. and then they throw the whole dish away. Let's go to the... Does it make a difference? Now, what does it say? You can see that the difference is at school and in home. If the children doesn't eat junk food at school, then they will just come home and they will watch TV, they'll eat French fries and chips, and they'll eat junk food in the dinner or the morning. And some people believe banning junk food in schools is a key to fighting childhood obesity. Others, however, believe this kind of ban doesn't make much of a difference. They believe the real problem was what children eat at home and the amount of exercise they get every day. That means, do you think of me? I don't ever exercise. I realized that sometimes do you know the yoga? Sometimes it has the lying position, and then I realized I study yoga every day. They believe the real problem is what children eat at home and the amount of exercise they get each day. It's also hard for healthy lunches to make a difference if kids throw them out. A 2015 study showed that kids were throwing away more fruit and vegetables than they were before lunch had to meet health standards. That is a very bad thing because if they just eat junk food, they will be like fat and they will have a not good education because they can sleep in class and the teacher just scolded them, give them more homework, and you know what happens next. Some people argue that schools are not where the problem with junk food needs to be addressed. Kids pick up their eating habits at home, which is where they often eat more junk food than they do at school. And then, let's change to another problem. Learning healthy habits. Okay, now the school that banned junk food from the cafeteria. And then kids can't eat junk food anymore. They will only eat healthy food. But, see this picture. Two boys wearing a red shirt. What do you think of it? One boy holding an apple and smiling, and one boy is crossing his arms, and he said, I don't like it. I will tell it more to you and see a lot closer, okay? And that is why this problem starts out. When the school banned the junk food, they think that all the children will not like the junk food anymore, and they will like the healthy food. And then they will go home, they will tell their parents and their friends and their neighbors to eat healthy food, and then the whole country will be healthy. Well, not a good choice, because a lot of students, I bet of 80% or 90%, that they don't like this idea, because when they are good with the junk food, then the grown-ups force them to eat the healthy food, they don't like it, and sometimes some students will not eat lunch, and they will not have a good health. So let's read the learning healthy habits. And students go to school to learn, and one of the things they learn about is how to be healthy. Some people believe banning junk food in schools help kids learn more about healthy foods because that's all they see during all day. When healthy foods are served in schools instead of junk, kids can be presented with new foods such as turkey burgers and different fruits and vegetables. This can help them form healthier eating habits for their whole lives. They can even teach their parents about the healthier food they eat at school. You see, some students just don't like it, and then they will not eat the lunch like some kids in Greg's school, Greg Heffley, and you know what happened next. Banning junk food forces many students to try new, healthier foods they may never have tried before. They may end up loving these healthy foods. This is a 50-50, and sometimes they think that this is a good choice, but not really. Making choices. People who oppose junk food bans believe the best way to get students to learn healthy habits is by giving them the ability to make choices. They think banning junk food will only make it more appealing to kids because they can't have it. Instead of banning junk food, they believe students should be given choice this or that between healthy foods and unhealthy ones. Teaching students about good nutrition might then help them make healthier choices at lunchtime. Learning to make these choices on your own is an important part of growing up. Junk on the brain. You know where the brain stands? In your head. And they always say that your brain helps you think, your brain helps you action, and that is true. Your brain helps you everything, and even see and talk like me, and even helps you to see me. But when they have junk on the brain, just like drinking coffee with too much sugar, they will be the opposite thing on the brain. If the brain don't have healthy food, they will just serve the junk food, and then they will not be healthy. They will be lazy, and you'll just be sleeping in class. This is boring. Now do you understand? Who should decide? The problem of childhood obesity isn't going to be fixed by doing one thing, such as banning junk food in schools. However, some people believe getting rid of junk food in schools will play a big part in helping kids lead healthier lives. Others, though, think the choice of what kids eat should be left up to students and the adults who care for them. After learning about the different points of view on junk food in schools, what do you think? Who should decide what you eat in school? Should junk food be banned in schools? Yes, because childhood obesity is a public health problem, and banning junk food could help children eat healthier. Banning junk food introduces students to healthier foods and eating habits. Eating too much junk food can cause students to perform poorly in class. No, because the government shouldn't decide what kids eat when they're at school. Taking away students' food choices keeps them from learning how to make healthy choices for themselves. Banning junk food in schools doesn't make a difference in obesity rates because kids can still eat junk food at home. When deciding your point of view in a debate, it can be helpful to make a list such as this one to help you understand each side. What do you choose? Should junk food be banned in schools? Thank you for listening and goodbye. See you next time.